Welcome everybody to my live stream here on Twitch and lichess.org. International Master William Paschall with my assistant and faithful friend, the Panda. Hello. Panda is in the guest chair. So we haven't had a live guest yet, but we will one day. We'll get to it. So, I mean, Panda's alive, but I mean like a live human guest. Working our way up to that. So, International Master William Paschall, we're doing Weird Wednesday, Unusual Openings, Blitz, and Rapid. So this means that I play stuff outside my normal repertoire. We're taking our usual challenges. Any kind of time control between 5+3 and 7+3 casual. Welcome everybody to the stream. We are ready to go here. Asterbait, I saw you lurking around. No chat yet. Make sure the stream is running. It looks good. So it's Wednesday morning here in Europe. I'm in Hungary, my home, Budapest, Hungary. 10 a.m. Nice and early. Here's my profile. Sparkle Horse, named after the band. We've got unrated Blitz Rapid 5+3 through 7+3. Myself and the Panda ready to go. I'm going to go and grab a challenge then. No, I do play Chess 960, but I'm not in the mood for that today. Oh, Mule Skinner's challenging me. All right. Mule Skinner. Mule Skinner is competing for one of the most prized honors here on my stream, to have played the most games. He's catching up on Nefedov the last couple of days. Nefedov's in the 200s. Mule Skinner is up to 191. This will be 192. That's close to 200. Nefedov is in the low 200s, I think. Mule Skinner, so this is going to be fun. All right. He plays the French defense religiously. I hate the French defense. In honor of my student who attempted to play this variation the other day, I'm going to try to do better than he did. So, the fianchetto attack against the French. Move 11, one of our subscribers here to the stream, played this in a tournament game. And unsuccessful, but I think that it's very akin to a King's Indian type position. And if you don't play King's Indian attack or King's Indian defense, you're going to have a hard time adapting here. Move 11 and I studied a game. Sorry. We studied a game that Botvinnik played. It was in his selected games against Ilyin Ganevsky. Botvinnik took on e4, which is interesting. A totally different approach here than Mule Skinner. A totally different approach as opposed to Mule Skinner keeping the tension, which I like. Move 11's opponent actually pushed to d4, which I think is unusual for French players. They don't like to transition to a different pawn structure that they normally don't play. For the most part. Some are more flexible than others. Welcome everybody. Where is everyone? No chat. Usually Acerbate's here. Mule Skinner, where's your 1600 Blitz rating, man? Chessist is from the stream tournament last night. Rio tacked 5-5. Good morning, or evening, depending on where you are. Let's get some viewers in the house. Bishop g2, okay. So you can take on e4, you can play d4, attempt to maintain the tension. How long can black maintain the tension here? I want him to give up his center with d takes e4. Okay, this is like akin to more of a queen pawn approach to the King's Indian versus the King's Indian. It's also just a closed Sicilian now, notably. A form of closed Sicilian, if you like. Not really my cup of tea with the white pieces, let's say. I'm not used to playing this. It was an inspiration because again, I don't play normal openings on my Weird Wednesday streams. I've got to play something out of the ordinary. So this G3 on move 3 fit the bill. I mean, principal move is here D3. Principled. The principled move. Principled move. We'll teach you some English grammar. All right, chessist. What's fun about the stream is there's a lot of people from different countries watching, and we can do different stuff. A little English class. Knight C6. I guess if I wasn't a chess player living in Hungary, I'd have to be like a English as a foreign language teacher. And I've known some players who actually did that. Nick Adams, American FIDE master. I think Nick was a FIDE master. Maybe just an NM, but he was doing foreign language teaching to pay for living out here years ago. All right. So basically, could be like straight up closed Sicilian now. Actually, Mule Skinner plays the closed Sicilian himself of Grand Prix attack form usually. Making a decision. But this is a concession of sorts. You know, I'm giving up my strong point on E4. I better get something in return. What am I getting in return? Well, in return, I'm opening up his bishop on C8, so it doesn't seem like a very good deal. This is the most fake Hungarian streamer I've ever seen. Murica. Thanks, GW. I'm sorry about all the bad things I said about you. Now, you know, you seem like the greatest president of all time. All right. Bishop G5, let's go. Pressure on D5. Sorry about Mubot's a little testy. Panda's listening to some acid jazz or something, so I'm not sure what he's into. Different style than me. It's either country western or acid jazz. Yeah, come on, Mule Skinner, wake up, man. Why is there a Panda Cam? Because we like having fun. It's like that beer commercial. Why ask why? You know. We just like doing weird stuff for the fun of it. Make it interesting. You only live once. Why not bust out the Panda Cam? He's our mascot. All right. So Bishop E7 indirectly defends this. I think this is some kind of quote unquote theoretical position. I think I saw a Larson game where he played like this with white. Maybe we can get black to overextend themselves. It actually reminds me a little bit of playing the Alyokhin's defense. Like I'm playing the Alyokhin's defense with colors reversed. Exactly. Up 3 PL Steen W1. Oh, I thought he was saying why not? Why not? Why not have the Panda Cam? Why not Queen E2, Bishop takes knight? You mean Bishop takes knight, Queen E2? Because this is... I don't really want to give up that bishop unless I'm getting something heavy like a pawn. I mean, if I'm winning a clear pawn, I'll give it up. Or if I get him to like overextend his structure and play D4, then I have achieved something and I'm willing to part with my bishop. But I'm not going to just give up my bishop for the sake of some check. Maybe Umap is right though. Let's see. Bishop takes, Queen E2 check. What does that even do though? Umap has a kind of point, but Bishop E6 there. No. Well, actually, yeah, that's kind of unclear. Like Bishop takes, Queen E2 check, Bishop E6. Now what do I do? Bishop takes D5, Bishop takes C3 check. Knight takes d5, bishop takes b2. So it's not clear that I'm really getting anything there, and I'm not really developing my pieces. Nah. I don't think so. Not today. Okay, knight f4. Maybe that's not bad. Acerbate is here. Queen e2 first. Yeah, I mean, queen e2 is just asking for it. This guy's got a knight he can drop on d4. You got to be careful. I can't tell you guys enough. It's very dangerous to develop your queen prematurely. I've been talking about how queen a5 is always a bad move. Not to say there isn't some instance where queen e2 might be a good move. Maybe more likely after the guy's played d4 or something like that. He just keeps developing his pieces. That's really annoying. Now if I take on e6, I'll have some sort of e-file pressure. Because I can. Why? Why not? I don't want to be boring. I finally quit drinking for good. Now I drink for evil. All right. Seriously, what are we going to do now? Queen d7. The dude just keeps developing his pieces. That's very annoying. Very annoying. Chop, 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 chop. If we just do the chop, 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 rook b1, bishop goes somewhere. I'm looking for like rook takes b7, but it's not happening. I do have nothing there. It sucks. I have an equal position in that instance. So I'm thinking of this Larson game, and I swear there was something to do with like bishop takes f6, queen h5. That doesn't really help. I have a couple Larson books right here. It's probably in there, this one game where he played this. And again, he also played the Alyakhin's Defense. Maybe the greatest hypermodern player of the last 50 years. Specialist in hypermodernism. This is basically what I'm doing here. Trying to get black to overextend themselves. He's not biting. He's just not biting. Alright. I'm running out of time. Whatever. Which knight? It's got to be this one. You know, I'm making some assumptions here, which I shouldn't be making. Like, he's going to take on d5 automatically. Assumption number one is that he's, like, taking here. Why did I just assume that, you know? And I don't think this is that good for white. I'm probably equal, but not better. Welcome, guys, to my stream. We're playing Blitz and Rapid Chess with weird openings. Not too weird, a little weird. G3 against the French. The closed Sicilian against the French. You don't like my ED5 move? Well, I mean, it's the only way to make D5 kind of a target, yeah. But in principle, I understand, man. I said we're giving up our strong point. Doesn't have a lot of squares. D4 can be hit by C3. So that's the only really like safe square. This keeps making good moves, damn it. Rook E1. Having hallucinations. Just gotta play on intuition at some point. Oh no, my A2 pawn is hanging. Help! What am I gonna do? I'm really having hallucinations. So I'm really just losing a pawn here. Maybe with the opposite color bishops, it won't matter that much. I'm just my first game of the day, so give me a break, all right? And he's so correct. I've been looking for this exchange sacrifice forever, and it doesn't ever work. No positions. Just take the pawn. Okay, maybe it's not that easy. Bishop takes a2, rook b2. He has to go back to e6. I have a lot of pressure, but then he's got a killer knight coming to like d4. Tricky. Tricky dick. It's like I should have something. All the active pieces in the world. I mean, rook b5. I looked at rook b5, b6, c4, trying to trap his bishop. He has knight b4. I'm just running out of stuff to do. Do I ever have a tactic or anything? Was it Mule Skinner who drew me in the tournament yesterday? Oh, this is a disaster. Oh my god, the worst move ever. I'm just down a pawn for nothing. He played like perfectly. Till now he's got to play knight f5. He's offered a draw. Knight b5 offered a draw. Dude, you do have a square. Great game. He's just clearly better. Just up an a pawn for nothing. I couldn't generate anything there. Nice game. Knight b5 and offer a draw. That was a tough game, man. Merle Dixon, what's up, man? Out of the grave. Wow, the computer thinks I'm equal before the blunder. Down a pawn and all. I'm okay here. Stockfish thinks that bishops are always just better than knights automatically. But there may be some real problems. Maybe I can just attack his a pawn, like, and then the b pawn. This is a serious issue. I have like rook a1, rook a2, and then rook b2 and rook a2 to b2 and b1, and it's just like I can pile up on those pawns. His rooks are having a hard time protecting the a and the b pawns. So actually, I'm not that bad here. All right, it wasn't that bad of a game. The bishop looks good. Merle, thanks for the donation. Guys, don't forget to support the stream. You can support the stream with donations via PayPal or Streamlabs. Click on the Panda GIF under the stream. Asterbait, what's up, man? Ludwig AC. Let's get some weird games going on. I'm not going to open my hate mail now. We'll save it for after the stream. So this guy Chessist, right? This is a new account. I'm not going to play this guy because he's only got 28 games. I'm taking challenges from people who have established accounts. He's welcome to play in my tournament yesterday, but I'm still not going to accept challenges till people have like closer to established ratings with like 100 games. I just get trolled by too many new accounts. All right. All right, dude. Let's share like a subscriber to the stream. I'm gonna block you now. If you're a subscriber, I'll unblock you. But now you're being annoying. All right. If I decline someone's challenge, it means I don't want to play them. Doesn't mean I want to be challenged continuously. Person 1. Tiger Hiller Person. All right, he's got games. Casual 5+3 challenge. Let's go. Can you please play Merle? I self-identify as a draw. He just gives me draws in better positions. He would really win a few. But he's too nice a guy to draw blood. He did beat me once. He was in a bad mood that day. I got another challenge. What's this? The guy created a new account. Hasserbait's challenging me. Awesome. Alright. No offense, chessist, but I want to play people who have established ratings. Like close to 100 games. At least close to 100 games. You got like 20 games that you played so you could play in my tournament yesterday. That's not enough. Alright, person 1. Weird openings. Let's try the Dutch. I never play the Dutch. I don't know why, you know. Alright, D4, F5. When people decline your challenge, they don't want to keep continuously getting challenged again and again and again. If you decline someone's challenge, it means you don't want to play. I know that's a very complicated concept to understand for some people. All right, Bishop F4 against the Dutch. It's everywhere. It's against the Dutch too. The policy here is I don't play people who have less than 100 rated games, period. I'm not interested in playing accounts that were just created today so people control me and stuff like that, you know. Not interested. Do not play people less than 100 games. All right, so Bishop F4, Knight F6. Let's play. The Dutch against the London system. Well, it seems like the bishop always like comes under attack in these Leningrad type situations. Of course I know that, Chess Extreme. I know that. Of course. I know. You're one of my old viewers. Of course I know that. Absolutely. It's ingrained in my brain. How could I not know that? I have so much information about you. All right, dude, you're very close to being a troll. So don't get me started. You're very, very close. E3. And why would you be 1600 with the other account? You were like 2000. All right, E3, G6. Leningrad. Anonymous accounts mean that we have no information about them. I'm not psychic. What's up, Nils? I may seem psychic, but I'm not. The biting sarcasm. Has the work grind got to you yet, Nils? Joining the forces of the global workforce. The forces of the global workforce. There was a guy last night on the stream who criticized me for using it objectively 4 times during the stream. He got serious. Priority issues. All right. We need to bust through with E5 somehow. 40 hours a week. I guess we'll go with Knight C6. It's like a King's Indian. There are some similarities between the Dutch and the King's Indian, clearly. We'll have to just do this slowly. We're not going to be able to play e5 right away. Got to prepare it with like queen e7 and e5. Person. What was your account? Well, that other account was like around 2,000, and the current one challenging me was like 1,600, 1,700. Tushar, it's Tushar. Tushar's friend. I don't think it was Tushar. I think it was around the same time as Tushar, though. India is a large country. They have a few people over there, so could be different people. All right. Person 1. Apologize for the cough. I thought I had allergies. Now I'm starting to think I'm like sick or something. I wonder if it's better to take with a knight here. The knight on c6 is always kind of awkward. Multiple copies of Tushar. Oh, yeah, that's actually reminded me of something. Wait a minute. Yesterday, there was a guy who played, another Indian player, who played me in the tournament who drew. It wasn't that guy, right? It wasn't this player. It was a different player. But it reminded me of this guy, Suvik, who played me before. I couldn't place it during the stream. Now this person is playing too well now. He's starting to make me angry. E4. Now I wish I had taken with my knight there. What about h6, pawn takes pawn, e4? It's kind of a cool trick. Probably has other problems though. Knight h4 will like screw me. Can you believe that knight h4 it like refutes h6? Glad this isn't rated. I'm gonna like lose to 1,700. I mean, it's not that bad yet, but he's playing awfully well positionally. H6, knight h4, me get angry. That just flat out refutes the whole thing. Does it not? It does. He would never miss that. So what are we gonna do? Maybe I should just like castle. Which way? You play f4 instantly as a Dutch player. What do you do after bishop h4? I feel like I have a bad bishop and he doesn't, you know? But I guess you're right. I should have just not really thought about it that long. It's not that bad for him. As long as he gets rid of his bad bishop, that's his main problem here. I mean, he's not that bad, even if I have a little bit of space. I wanted something better, basically, Infinite Flash Chess. I wanted something better, and that's why I wanted to do h6. You know, a lot of times you could say, okay, I'll do h6 and assume that my 1,700 opponent won't have the tactical capabilities to find knight h4, you know. But that's something I learned a long time ago. Never assume anything about your opponent. You've got to just not bluff people. I mean, people will find that move much more often than you think. Even if you don't think they can. Right. No, exactly. I want nice, easy games. So I was talking about this game I drew in the closed Sicilian, and I said, oh, this seems really familiar to me. And I figured out who it was. So anyone who's watched my stream for a long time, like Acerbate and you others, will remember there was another Indian account named Suvik, who was around like maybe a year ago or so. And they were very solid, rated around 1900, 2000. And they played sometimes in tournaments and my streams all the time. And they had very solid results, many solid draws. They also played the closed Sicilian notably, just like the guy yesterday. That's who I was trying to place. So I think that might be another double account, the resurgence of Suvik. And he was around the same time as Divakaran, actually. But they had slightly different styles, I thought. Person likes knights. I should probably be consistent and play g4 there, by the way. Well, I'm not sure it matters. I mean, you might as well, though. Yeah, but it wasn't spelled Suvik with S-U-V-I-C. It was like some other weird spelling. S-O-U. And they were really solid. But the same exact boring closed Sicilians with white, which just aren't that common, you know? So everybody was like, why did you draw with that 1600? Why did you give him a draw? You should beat him. You're an IM. Well, first of all, like, it was a boring position. Secondly, he's not really 1600. He's probably really, like, 1900. My God. This guy is good. Position is too good for black. He made a tactical oversight. B7 is protected too. That's very useful. I just hate bad bishops. Infinite flash. I try not to have bad pieces. Oh, this is a stupid move. I'm just panicking. My God, what did I just do? Now it's a draw. I'm slightly worse. Look at this endgame technique. Okay, I was winning and I just dropped a pawn. Not winning, but, well, winning, yeah. This guy's still pretty good for 1760. You gotta give him credit, even though I played horribly. For his rating, he's decent. Good speed, too. Where'd he go? Oh no. It's an awkward moment. Damn it. Just a draw now. Probably worse. Kept shifting the advantage like back and forth, one side to the other. Now he's better again. He missed king d4 there. Man, that's unbelievable. Let's just agree to a draw. This was an atrocity, the endgame. I was even better at some point at the end. Never winning, though. Check out his technique. Rated game. Rated game warning. Now I get Reddits about how I suck and I draw 1700s. Okay, whatever, man. That's good. He played pretty decent, you know, overall. It was the bad bishop, man. I told you from the beginning that was going to be a problem. It ended up like almost losing the game. Check out his centipede loss. Not too good there in the beginning. He was kind of hosed at one point. Alright. I was slightly winning. Plus 7.4. That's why I draw my tournament games. This is what happens every time. Basically, every game I'm like plus 7 and I can't win. Every game's a draw. No matter what, if I'm losing, winning, it's really a draw. I can make any position a draw. I'm always in chronic time pressure though, because I try to use my time, unlike most people. That's my philosophy. At least in Blitz, I try not to use up all my time in long games. You know, generally like the last couple of tournament games, I never got under 20 minutes. So I like to have a little bit of a comfort zone if I'm playing like a long game. But in Blitz, I use up all my time. Now, I had some idea about this. Bishop e3. This is a Soltis suggestion here, a6. What is 92 about? Can I just play b5 right away? Maybe not. b5, take, knight takes c4, queen c2 with a double attack. I'm not sure if b5 is a great move anyway. Well, Merle Dixon draws are wonderful. I can draw anybody. It doesn't matter if they're like 2700 or 1600. I'm a specialist. And it doesn't matter how dynamic the position is. If it's like extremely complicated, it's still a draw. If it's extremely boring, it's a draw. My last two tournament games were wildly complicated and both ended in draws. Yeah, there are some people who prefer to lose than draw. I did that to a guy once. There was this kid who actually I'm on good terms with now. He was a kid at the time. Now he's an adult, obviously. But we had this game where I really wanted to win, and I was pressing, and he offered a draw. And I was like, no. And then like 10 moves later, he offered to draw again, and I started to get really mad, you know? And maybe like there was like a third draw for, I don't remember if it was the second or the third one that set me off, but I was like, I probably told the stream of the story like once or twice, but his dad was standing there. The guy was like 15 years old. He wasn't a little kid. And I was just desperate for an answer, what to say to him after these multiple draw offers. I was so pissed, and I said, I'd rather die than have a draw with you, okay? His dad was like aghast. He was like, what? Like, technically, you're not even like supposed to talk to your opponent during the game, but I mean, you know, he's offering draws vocally, so. And I played on and on and on in this like totally drawn position, and I managed to win eventually. And this guy was not a pushover. He was close to 22. It was like a 2200. Stephen Weiner, FIDE master from New Hampshire. No, he's from Vermont. He's a good guy. He's a little bit weird, but he was kind of annoying me at the time. And I just lost it. There were several people that were like standing nearby that heard me. The funny thing was that I managed to win, and it wasn't just a little bit drawn. It was like really, really drawn. I was not making any progress. But there were pieces on the board, and I had every right to continue, you know. But it should have been a draw, like legitimately. But it went on for like 7 hours, and I eventually won. So I was justified. My psychological warfare. Okay, anyway, I used up 3 minutes of my time telling stories. This is my time management here on the stream. That's why I don't play rated games. I like to tell stories during my games and stuff. Storyteller time. Ponda's the board of the stories. That's why he's listening to his headset. Wow, just going for it. Oh yeah, bring the G4. That's what we like to see. Okay, so what are you going to do? Are you going to play G5? Bring the G5. No, he wanted to play this. That's logical. Much better than G4. Okay. Now we need to think. We don't have much time left to do it with. So E5. Now G5 is going to be a bit of a different story. We need to establish something in the center here. He just closed it up. Okie dokie. Very correct. Abraham is like an opening expert. Specialista. Say in Hungarian. This took away my knight's going to D7. C'est la vie. Nice position for white. I had a game against a 2,100 player 2 years ago. In this sort of position, I just offered a draw. And the guy thought about it. He's a really feeble player, but I hated my position so much that I just offered a draw. And he was terrified, so he took it, but objectively, he shouldn't. This is such a good position for white. Okay, he doesn't know where to put his king. I still like white here. Just no counterplay for black. Abraham, excellent player in the openings, really. Man, these 1800s are making me look bad. I got no time, no game, no plan. Years ago, I had a game like this against this guy, Ralph Zimmer, in the U.S. Amateur Team Championship. And I remember I had to like crawl my bishop out from like f6 to d8 and make a draw for our team to save this match. I barely drew by the skin of my teeth, and our team went on to finish 6-0 in US Amateur Team Championship and tie for first. But it was like this epic, horrible position that I had to survive. Just so strong. All my pieces are like as active as they can possibly be, and I've got nothing, you know? It's amazing. Like, guy's king's in the center of the board. All my pieces are as active as they can possibly be, except for, of course, infinite flash chess's favorite bishop. Bishop on g7. This thing is haunting me every single game. All right, hold on a second. Alright, he parts with that bishop. Well, you're not castling queenside now, buddy. I'm an eternal pessimist. Second game in a row. The bishop from hell. That's the biggest problem with the King's Indian. I mean, wow. Not sure that's the best move for me. Yeah, maybe it is. He misclicked. He was trying to castle queen side. He meant to castle queen side. It was a misclick. It was a mouse slip. Yeah, the other day he lost a totally winning position against me. Oh, you're trying to play f3? Let's give him a take back. I'm curious what he wanted to do. Let's try again. Well, I can't do this on my time, dude. You need another take back or what? He misclicked it again. What is his misclick? Does anybody have a guess? He meant to play HG, but he castled instead. There is no obvious misclick. Like, what? Or you just, like, put the mouse down and castled by accident? Like, what possible... I mean, I don't mean to bust on him, but I would never accept a take back here in a rated game. Like, there's no way. I don't see a possible misclick. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he just clicked on it by accident. Just basically clicked. Yeah, he touched his king and it clicked castles. It's not a mouse slip. Like, not a traditional mouse slip. I bust on my opponents. I'm down a bishop, basically. See, that's what I expected. Bishop h6. Black has a really good game now. Maybe it's not over. Absolutely. I suppose this position highlights the only downside of the Makaganov system. That king trapped in the center. That's an inventive move. Now he's got a good square for his knight on d4. All right. Nah, I was lucky. I was in a bad way in that opening. I just want to see what I did that's that bad to get such a bad position. Wow, there's only one game with a6. No, there's more. Okay. So wow, he just come up with a new plan. He come up with a new plan. Knight on GDE2. Alfonso Romero Holmes. So this dude played b5. What, he didn't see queen c2 or something? In a tournament game? Whoa, what just happened here? What's this b5? Knight g3? Wait, so the whole reason I didn't play this was because of knight takes b5, right? Can somebody explain this to me? How this works? Like after knight takes c5, queen c2? What, why Alfonso Romero Holmes wouldn't play like take the pawn and queen c2? What am I missing here? There's something for black. I mean, I felt like there was something for black, but I didn't see it, you know. It's either there or it's not. Where's the point? White just bluffed him? I mean, black just bluffed white, or what? So there's just knight back to f6. Apparently, I looked at c6, but how does that work? My God, c6, queen takes e4. I didn't see d5. Wow, check this out. d5, queen f3. Okay, so this works. c6. I went this far and I stopped my analysis because I thought it was just refuted. That's cool. So you can play c6 or rook a5, which I missed outright. Which is very complicated. All right, we refuted the Haberbaum variation with b5. Okay, Acer bait. Guys, we're taking challenges from our subscribers first. Where are the viewers? Let's bring it on. We're taking challengers here. Weird openings. I didn't play a weird opening that game. Whoops. All right. Kings Indian is not a weird opening. We forgot. Acer bait. You're not going to be so lucky. Acer bait versus the Birds opening. You have no problem dropping pieces. All right. He plays b6 against everything. This could transpose to a closed Sicilian. Seems to be the theme of the day. I didn't see d5, you know. I looked at c6 and I was, oh, just, I'm on a dead end, you know. But it's not. Grand Prix attack against this. Too many closed Sicilians today. Or you can try to play more sharply with d4. Alright, let's try this. I've had people do this against my St. George. It's basically the Austrian attack. It's a little too much for white, probably. I'm in a lot of trouble now. Alright. We can't mess around here. There's no bishop d3. I guess f5's too strong. White is overextended. Another bad position. The Northeast chess legend. Will the real... Slim Shady. Bishop b4. Alright. Will the real Slim Shady stand up? Bishop b4. I have a sign that says play the real chess master. A friend of mine made for hustling Blitz in the cafe. Play the real master. I think I showed it once on the stream. Alright, let's go. We're just overextending ourselves today. No, f4 is not good. Masturbate, why? Why would you play a6? Vital time, my friend. You can't afford to waste. Yeah, sit back and learn from the master in my flash chess. The master troll. No. So day 6 was something about stopping a check on b5, Asterbate. But even so, I don't see why that's necessary. Oh, this is a little bit like the other day against Muleskinner, when he didn't break, he never did the exchange on c3. So now we just go here and leave your bishop out there, drying in the summer, the summer winds. b5, updating to the St. George update. All right. So g4. I mean, he should really play h5. This bishop is strong, not to be underestimated. No matter how good my position is, I have to be careful. Let's crack it. Crack it on the queen side with the a4. Now he has b4. b4, queen, b3. It's kind of artificial, but it might work. b4, queen, b3. He's just giving up pawns. Always take. That's what I was told. The once mighty bishop. Separated from the rest of the herd. I mean, where's Panda? He's like, rally the H pawn. I'm surprised Aspirate hasn't busted the h5 yet. Look at this heads up move. Kind of Nimzovich. He's headed for this. He likes the you're playing too fast, Astrobate, by the way. He likes the what's it called? Fishing pole. Difficult word to remember. Oh no. Yeah, try thinking. It might not hurt your game. Asabe tries to play 100% subconscious chess. What would Nakamura do? He would knock over all the pieces. Bishop takes f5. Bishop takes f5. E takes f5. Ran out of good coffee. That hurts. That's that, man. You're gonna have to take a walk. Long walk on a short pier. It may not be that bad, Asterbait. You gotta bite the bullet and go for it, man. There's no second half measures here. No. No, you have to take this. You can't just be down a piece. Takes, queen takes f7, check, king d8. Take your chances. The rest of my pieces are not that good, actually. This is a catastrophic blunder. You have 5 minutes left. You have to think this through. You must take on f5. Knight takes f7, queen c6 with a mate on g2. Queen takes f7, check, king d8, and you walk away. And my next move is not clear. This is the biggest blunder. Playing queen d5 now, just going down a piece. Absolutely no need for that. Well, Bob, they switch names every month or so when they change their underwear. It'll be Britney Spears next week. All right, bishop d3. R. You walk the plank. Out to d8. You're not swindling me, Asterbait, without the queens on the board. There was that simul where I dropped the rook in an endgame or something. But I'm heads up here. You're going to need a miracle. The Asterbait School of Time Management. No, the fishing pole is negated. Not going to happen. The Flying Dutchman rides again when knight takes g4. Give me that. Asterbait doesn't really like Blitz, so let's be nice to him. He's playing his time control even though he prefers to play rapid. He should be good at Blitz by all intents and for all intents and purposes, because he does play fast, too fast, in fact. All our pieces are working. He's playing Bullet? Really? Oh, he's playing Bullet, yeah, in the game. Okay, I'm a little slow on the update. He doesn't like Blitz, but he plays Bullet instead. Totally consistent. Give me that. Actually, I shouldn't trade too many pawns. Be careful. Don't want to trade too many pawns. It's short diagonal, Asterbait. You kill his soul when you destroy his Owen's Defense bishop. He's actually losing a piece here. Well, no, he could play... Yeah, he's losing a piece here. Oh, that hurts. That hurts. To lose the piece like that. And he found a defense. Damn it. Bishop a4. At least you got plenty of time left. Time management has to be. Come on, man. Alright, these guys aren't subscribers, so we're just going to take the challenges in order. Bob just resubscribed, and he's subscribed for 19 months. Bob, you must be tied with Nefedov. Was it Move 11 was the champion for the most consecutive months subscribed? Bob, wasn't there someone with 1 month more than you? Was it Move 11? But thank you, sir, for subscribing. It's been kind of quiet in here without you. Did you get fired from your job? All right. HBK, HBK. My only requirement is that people have 100 games. This guy just barely qualifies. Alright. So I guess 20 months is the maximum you can have. I want to play a King's Gambit, but nobody plays E4, E5. The Wing Gambit. We get requests for Wing Gambit sometimes. Where's Soltigo, Asterbay? He never stops by my stream anymore. He's afraid he'll see Bob. Alright, A3. I need some air for my allergies. Your schedule's flexible. My new girlfriend is a personal trainer. That sucks. She takes you to the gym to work out. Okay. A3. Black takes on A3. The full materialistic approach. I'm not really used to playing obviously the Mora, I want to say. Esserman. Just do like an Esserman raid. He's going strong. What's the Soltigo? It's our former moderator. He has his own stream. He's an amateur, but he's a talented guy. Okay, knight c6. Bishop to the long diagonal. We've got no clear-cut compensation. I mean, we're just kind of floating around looking for something in this Wing Gambit here. But HBK playing solidly. Very few people grab that second pawn on A3. I mean, like, where am I supposed to put my white squared bishop? On C4 or something? I guess. It seems weird. Isn't that getting hit by A6 and B5? I like the way that Black played this. Very systematic, very logical. I just don't believe I have compensation for this pawn. Never played this player before. I a little bit like hate my position. I think the Wings Gambit. Can't even talk. The Wing Gambit is something you just kind of have. It's like a developed. You got to develop a taste for it, basically, for the Wings Gambit. Stockfish like me now. One of my animal friends. You guys hear that ambulance? We're in Budapest, Hungary, city of ambulances. Much louder than they seem like they're louder than American ambulances. They have a higher siren setting or something. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, I didn't see you call ambulance. Good call. This player is like Dr. Systematic. It's like one of the worst games I ever played. All the Black's moves are like inherently logical. I have a bad feeling about this game. Guess one of my bishops is going to be bad. Man, that's stupid for white. What a stupid opening. Absolutely garbage. Epic opening fail. The wing gambit by me. Okay, now maybe we have something. The best bishop in the world. That's the thing. I mean, every time I have a bishop on that square, if I'm black or white, it's in the same place. It's always on G7 or B2. Whatever you want to call it. Now we're coming for you, though. All we need to do is like trade off our bad bishop with bishop A3. We'll be all set. Blast away on the king side. To a coffee house wing gambit player, I guess this is completely normal. I, find white's position to be a little bit sketchy. F6. Wow. That's interesting. He's attacking me on the king side. I don't know about this choice of squares for me. Not like I have a lot of choices. I was expecting most people would play F5 to like block the king side. Man. He has no problems with this. Just goes with the flow. The irony. Am I lost yet? Looks that way. Ironically, I shouldn't have traded his good bishop for my bad bishop. It would seem. Such garbage for white. No H pawns. Pawn that's just depressed. Primitive attacks with the H pawn. Not happening today. This wasn't fun at all. I mean, I don't want to play this with white, this wing gambit. Black wasn't phased at all. He just kept going like the Energizer Bunny, just forward one square at a time, every single move, no problem. Wasn't scared in the least, just flexibly handled the defense. Took twice, took on A3. Nobody does that. That's amazing. It's a new account. Yep. So if I take with a d pawn, he has queen c5 winning a piece. That's basically just resigns. So I have to take this way, which wastes time. The stupid rook on a3. Now I'm just very close to busto. Never had a sacrifice on g6 that worked. You got him 18 center pawn. Queen b8. Subtle threat there. Maybe that wasn't the best move. Did I have knight g4? Yeah, but he just takes my bishop there. This robs me of my best square. Well, he wants to play g5? Or what? It's not a thing, is it? What's with queen d8? I guess I could just take on a4 there. Whoops. Oh man. I'm going to regret that I didn't do that. Wow. Didn't see that move either. Who is this guy? So systematic. King g7. I don't know. Black just played too well. I mean, wait till you see this performance by Black. HBK, HBK. I mean, I don't think he made many mistakes. Apparently he did. Wow. All right, good game, man. So Fat President is up next. I couldn't find anything that whole game. I like taking beatings. I like making people feel like they're strong. Knight f3. Let's find an idea here. So he's playing the delayed Grob with h6. I'll play b4. I don't feel like I had anything that whole game. I never had a threat. I never had anything. Never had a chance. The engine said I had something. It's a weird opening by Fat President. The a6, a6, h6, h6. Yeah, it's true what Hab says. 1950 isn't weak. I mean, first of all, it's not an ELO rating. You know, we're talking about lichess, where the ratings are like deflated, or rather inflated compared to like over the board ratings slightly. I mean, if you see my team, you know, my team, The people play pretty bad who are rated like 1900, to be honest with you. Like I have to shield my eyes and not watch most of the games. So while 1900s can play well, Habs, generally they don't consistently play well. You know, you'll see like occasional good games, but for the most part, you know, this was a very steady game by Black. Benjamin looked like it pointed out some point where I had some sort of very strong move. I have no recollection of even seeing a remote chance in that game. Now, Fat President is 2278, which, you know, probably equates to like 2100 FIDE. 150 points inflation compared to like over the board ELO rating, I would say. I'm going to put Fat President at around 2100 ELO. All right, but I'm not in very good form today. But that's part of the reason why I do the weird openings. Just have fun. The Wing Gambit, man, looked bad. Just looked bad. I had no clue what I was doing. No threats, no counterplay. I liked it when I played e5 and I had the spatial wedge with e5, but I never could play f5. He played f6, a move that looks kind of crazy, you know, but actually turns out to basically stop me from being able to play f5 myself. So it was kind of a brilliancy at the same time. Now I have to close the window. It's ridiculous. People like leave the house and leave their dog there by itself, and then you know it like barks all day because of separation anxiety. It's genius. I can't castle. I'm at a standstill here. Riotek said I heard online ratings have no correlation to Federation ratings. Well, I mean, you know, you can make a correlation for anything. I mean, it's a question of how scientifically correct it will be. I can tell you there's a rough correlation, that's all. I've been playing on lichess for like 3 years. I would estimate that the average difference between, like, you know, let's say rapid ratings and online like rapid ratings and live would be about 150 points. So if I'm 2500, my ELO would be around 2350. I think that's fair, you know. Fat President would be about 2125. That's just from my personal experience. It's not necessarily true for all the accounts. You know, there's a lot of people with random accounts and people who have like multiple people playing in their accounts, but just as a general kind of rule of thumb, I think that's fair enough. And a lot of chess federations are inflated. The US Chess Federation ratings might be inflated, where other countries are not. A lot of countries don't even have rating systems anymore. They just use the ELO, you know, FIDE ratings. No, I'm starting to like this for white. Two bishops. Uber driver and Merle are here. Fat President, I never thought about it, you know, in terms of Donald Trump. Now you're saying make America fat again. I mean, he's a little fat, but I mean, compared to the population in general, whatever. People in Hungary are fat. Like when I came here in the 90s, everyone was like skeletons. The number one thing that's changed in Hungary since I started coming here 20 years ago is how obese everyone is. It's amazing. I used to notice the difference. Like, wow, people in Hungary are so much thinner than the United States. And now it's like, they're exactly like Americans. It's kind of scary. For those of you that don't realize, I live in Budapest, Hungary. That's why I'm mentioning this. All right, so But it's funny that all my criticisms of Donald, I never thought of this account in terms of Donald Trump. I just thought it was a random name. Fat president. Americans are humongous. I mean, Eastern Europeans used to be very, very thin, but proclivity of junk food worldwide is amazing. Somewhere I saw an article about American fast food in China catching on so much, and the business is growing there. But man, it was stunning to see people in Eastern Europe 20 years ago. There were very few. You couldn't see a fat person on the street. Maybe like some old ladies or something once in a while. Some 70-year-old lady might be obese, but almost nobody was fat. It's unbelievable. Rookie 8. So Fat President is actually kind of running out of gas here, it looks like. I've got a good game. What to do next, though? He's trying to bust out with e5. Maybe I should just play b5. And we got rook takes. This is very strong. Barreling through to b7. I guess we can sacrifice that. He's got knight d4 check. It's a nice little trick. That's not going to save him, though, objectively. Crush him on the 7th rank. But thanks to Fat President, I mean, he played the weird opening. He's playing in the spirit of the stream. You know, that's the thing you got to keep in mind. The last opponent, you know, he was playing all solid with a, you know, super correct, safe approach with black against my wing gambit. Fat President went out of his way to play like a ridiculous opening with h6 and a6. He understands the spirit of the stream, so he's playing a crazy opening, and that's why he got in trouble here. My last opponent took it very seriously and refuted my wing gambit. Now I've got bishop h3 check. I mean, that's strong, but I don't see the death blow, the Death Star. You gotta love opposite color bishop positions. Well, in between move. Threatening mate. Fat President for 2020. I don't think we're going to get a fat president in 2020. Unless Donald wins re-election and he gains some pounds. He's under a lot of stress. Stress eating might take effect. Man, how do I finish you off here? Alpha piece slowly dawns on me. Chris Christie. I don't think he's going to be president anytime soon. Bridgegate. almost hung a rook. How do you mate this guy? He's lining up to push his pawns. All right, next game. Yofos. I'm not running good against 1600s. It's 3-2, but I'm going to play anyway. One extra game in. I normally don't accept 3-2 Yofos, so next time do 5 + 3. But I'll let you play. This is kind of a trial. Earlier Bob was saying how I could do commentary on 3-2. Yeah, okay, I can do it. It's going to be less constructive. Okay, we need a weird Sicilian. Let's play the Nimzovich Sicilian. Flash tactics. Hillary's face is fat. Yeah, she's definitely put on weight significantly since she ran for election. But I could, you know, you'd be pretty depressed if you lost to Donald Trump. Like the only person in the country could lose an election against Donald Trump, and that would be a little depressing. Now we're going to transpose back to a normal line. I've got to play something weird here. We're supposed to be playing weird openings, and Yofos forced me to play a totally normal thing. Let's try Queen B6. Not a lot of choices here. This guy's pretty good for 1600, of course. Playing the opening perfectly. Okay, the knight on b3 is a little bit offsides. Standard Sicilian. I don't really like bishop e2. Probably best is like queen d2, castles queenside. I keep forgetting we're playing 3 + 2. This is the official FIDE Blitz time control. Number of people on my stream. What are you talking about? Infinite flash. That's why people get married. They won't have to have sex with each other anymore. Right, infinite flash. Knight to d4. Sociopath, absolutely. That's me. All right. Oh, you mean Bill Clinton? I thought you were talking about me. Stop saying Bill. Damn it. I thought you were calling me a sociopath. I'm so megalomaniac that I assume everything's about me. I happen to have the same first name as Clinton. Knight a4, dude. Damn it. That's a good move. Nobody normally here calls me Bill. Go by Will more commonly. Slick Willie. Uber driver, where's that from? My dad used to say that. It was like a character. An old character or something. Where does this Slick Willie, you know, where does that originate from? My dad used to say that to me when I was a little kid. I never knew what its origin was. So the knight on a4 could have a little bit of a problem. No, I mean, this is an old name that goes back probably 100 years. I just want to know where it originates from originally. Slick Willie is way before Bill Clinton's time. Okay. That's super old school. We got 2 pieces for a rook. Nah, I mean, dude. He's borrowing that, you know. It'd be interesting to find out. 2 pieces for a rook. This is just great for black. Maybe the A file as well. Also, D5 is strong. Turned into a French. Make it French again. Two things I'm terrible at are the black side of the advanced French and the white side of the what's it called? The wing gambit. Borrowed from 2 other Williams in history. William Sutton, famous black bank robber. That's where the money is. Wikipedia. Well, UFOs is pretty solid, man. You gotta give him credit. He's still hanging on. And he has threats. I'm at a kind of standstill. I don't know how I'm gonna break through here. I think I'm gonna have to like trade stuff. Trade off his queen on d4. Slick Willie trivia. Well, anyway, all I'm saying is that the nickname has origins way before Bill Clinton. Anyways, white's just negated his whole position. And it's over. Alright, next game. Oh, the same guy again. That's alright. Let's get some more challenges out there. I'm not going to play the same players multiple times. Whale oil. We can always count on you for some interesting information, Bob. Thank you for sharing that. Alright. You have hate mail. Okay, guys, we got another 35 minutes left in the stream. Maria Ivanov. This is a totally new account. I would love to play you, Maria, but I have a policy for not accepting challenges from people with new accounts. Alright, let's go. We don't need to repeat that anymore. Bob's close to a timeout, but I'll let him go because his debatable stuff is factually verified by Wikipedia. Tanas 4.0. Alright, man. I'm just accepting weird time controls now. 4+0. Weird openings. Does anybody play e4, e5? Alright, we get to play the King's Gambit. But I'm not going to do it anymore. Come on, challenge me to 5+3. Anything like 5-5-3, 5-4, 5-5, 6-3, 6-4, 6-5, or 7+3. There's a lot of time controls to choose from. The Cunningham Gambit. Right, isn't that what this is? Like bishop h4 check? I prefer to play without increment, you know, in my off time, but I try to commentate, so I need the increment to like commentate the games properly. I could always just play. I like to play straight up Blitz in my private life. Played Latvian. Latvian's great. Great opening. Absolutely. He's 1300, playing this pretty well. Looks like a Steinitz game. Pins everywhere. Got our pawn back. This is definitely a success for white. How do I keep that pawn really secured? Queen d3 or something? The King's Gambit is basically a positional opening. Dropped a piece. This guy is so strong. But I lost that horrible game, man. In the Wing Gambit. Horrendous. $13.45. He's supposed to lose quickly. If he wasn't, you know, $13.45, it would be a different story. Castle. All my pieces are working. Okay, guys, we got over 20 minutes or so left in the stream. Maybe we should restrict this queenside activity. That's going to get chased anyway. You can play b5. There it is. Well, if he wasn't down a piece, he'd be doing pretty well here. That's all I can say. Saw a Catalan stream recently. Wait, Catalan language or Catalan opening? That white square bishop is kind of an important piece for black. The other one was too. This time control is difficult to really do a lot of chatting about the games. Catalonia. At one point, my roommates and I had this cat, and what basically happened was we found this cat that was like a stray, and we had a dog at the time. We needed a name, and the dog wouldn't leave the cat alone. It would kept bothering the cat constantly. So we named it Leave the Catalonia. Get it? Catalonia. Pretty funny, huh? Perfect cat name. Black's coming back. Just your standard everyday 1300. It's not a joke, man. I mean, we really named the cat that. This is a real story. That was its official name with the vet and everything. Catalonia. Alright, finally a blunder. Still they have queen takes d4. The fighting 1300, man. But actually, they're like 1600 in classical rapid. Bit the dust. Another one, bit the dust. Alright. You know, I never really thought about that song, the fact that it was Queen. Now that Queen is so popular. I realized that Another One Bit the Dust was Queen. All those years that I listened to that song, I never really thought about who sung it. Not that I listened to it on my own, but you would hear it on the radio all the time. You just don't even realize. Alright, let's get another challenge or two out there. Play random people. Weird openings. Guys, please support the stream. Hartweiss and Noodle with 1,000 bits donated. Jim with 300. Merle Dixon 223. What else do we have for this week? Alms on Twitch 111. Never Odd or Even 100. Acerbate commercial style with 8. Merlin the Wizard is here. Oh, I think I lost to him last time. He's not allowed to play anymore. If you beat me, you're not allowed to play me anymore. Actually, I declined that guy who beat me. Because I thought we would get more challenges, but now 3 plus 3. Alright, whatever. I'm just opening the floodgates with all these random challenges. Beat me last time. Crushed me. Weird openings. What are we gonna do? Try to be creative, but I don't have much time to be creative. Well, now there's not much time left in the stream, so I don't mind playing the faster games. Get a few extra games in. G6, very professional. Rather than a weird opening, this is more just like a weird move. Very professional. He's not into the weird openings. He's playing like full strength. This is objectively not super correct. How about a queen trade? It makes his bishop bad again on g7. The theme of the day. Rook b2 and sack the exchange. I like it. It's inspired idea. I just remember the last game was bad, whatever it was. I gave up because I lost several pawns or something. It was a simul game. I hallucinated I had bishop takes d5 and e6. But yeah, bishop takes d5, rook takes c1 intermezzo, refuting my whole combination, essentially. It's going to be hard to maintain that pawn on b5 now. No, don't trade queens. Don't trade queens now? Alright. Black's just better. I don't know about Uber Driver's suggestion of rook b2. Not really prudent. Black's just better in this position. Just plain old better. We're still pretty solid, old Indian. Less space. Of course, it was a GW reference. dated material. It's not the end of the world for black to give up this white squared bishop. Most of his pawns are on white squares, so I think he can deal with that. I'm the one with the bad bishop, really. Well, actually, we both have. My bishop might be harder to get out. Maybe I can play bishop g4. A lot of bad bishops today. Uh-oh. He found an even better plan. How strong is this guy? Perfect play. The bishop is easily attacked on b2. It's a major problem here. I like black a little bit. He's got a little bit more space. I resigned because I said I was down 2 pawns in a hopeless position. I remember that. Yeah, I mean, it was all based on sacrificing everything for this e6 that didn't work, and I was pretty pissed off. I think it was a good resignation. One of my better ones. Take c4. Best move. I have basically no space for my pieces. He has very few games. Probably has multiple accounts. He has like less than 400 games altogether. But his account's been around for a long time. This looks like a bad Roy Lopez for me. Moves are like instantaneous. Rook d8. Doesn't want to trade. Very combative, but not sure if that makes his position better or not. Objectively equal, but he's faster than me. Jeez. Played a little too fast at the end there. We'll try Ahmed. Alright. It should have been a draw. I was worse throughout most of the game. Extremely strong player. Cheap win. What I specialize in. I'd like to play the Budapest Gambit. Yeah, people have been asking for that since I live in Budapest. I like this opening though. It's a lot of fun. Uber driver likes knight e4 on pawn takes pawn. This is usually bad for white, of course. Playing d5. Guys, tomorrow is our subscriber stream. Subscriber stream is 6:30 p.m. Thursday night. We'll have a usual subscriber stream with 10 to 12 games. We analyze games of the subscribers that are submitted to my account here on lichess. Budapest Gambit. That's right. Great opening for Blitz, I guess. The dude, knight e4, the developmental move. Interesting suggestion there. So he has knight d4 now. That's a pretty good square for the knight. Can non-subscribers watch chat? Well, you guys are absolutely welcome to watch and chat in the subscriber stream on Thursday. I think it's great, and I appreciate it. This looks like one of those, it could actually transpose to a Gambit-like position where I'm not down a pawn. The Kasparov Gambit in English. I don't know what to call it. In the symmetrical English, there's this Gambit line. c4, c5, knight c3, knight f6. Sorry, knight f3, knight f6. d4, cd4. And then e5, knight b5, d5. I'm running out of time though. I'm not quite sure what to do here. Hoppa. Time control choices all over the map today. I'm going to end the stream soon, in like 15 minutes. Normally I take challenges between 5+3 and 7+3, as it says there on the stream. But I'm getting all kinds of weird time control challenges, and I decided to be kind of liberal today about it. But generally I like to keep it in a set range between 5+3 and 7+3. This worked out pretty well. Our space advantage is really like uncontested. The harbinger of death at h4. Could be some really quick finishes to this game. I don't quite have like bishop takes h3. Almost. I think white's in some trouble. This bishop has yet to do anything. I'm threatening bishop takes h3 in some sense. Looks pretty bad for white. The octopus knight, what does that mean? What do you call this knight? Bad for your health. Knight e4 f3. Oh my god. Hey, that actually seems reasonable. g4. Nothing bad ever happened when people did g4. Queen d6, bishop b8. f3, wow. This is kind of my main line. Check this out, man. Everything is just collapsing. Oh, I almost jumped out of my chair. I totally forgot about f7. Wow. It's a good thing that g7 was protected. Didn't see that at all. You're not allowed to have threats. It's supposed to be one way. One way for me. This is a mouse slip. But there's no move for white anyway. Make your knights American. Okay, guys. What do we got for time left? Variety, Destroyer 942, Grandy. The Grandy man. Let's play Variety. All right. I was gonna change my country to Mexico in honor of Donald Trump. It's kind of like kneeling for the national anthem. All right, bishop e5, knight f6, castles. I think I like every Mexican person I ever met. Make your knights American made me think of that. Acerbate. Or we can transpose to some kind of Steinitz or Lopez here with queen takes d4. Queen takes d4, maybe b3. I like b3, bishop b2. Lucy Moody. Knight takes e4, rook takes e4. Don't even think about castling queenside. Now we're going to go with the knight to the other square. And this is hanging on a7, that's mate in 1. I was just joking about don't think about castling queenside. Uh-oh, now he's got like queen g4. Maybe this is like a planned sacrifice. Not really. Black just basically lost the pawn. Maybe queen g4 was the best try, though. All right. Some are good, I suppose. Like everyone I ever met. I can't say that about like people from every country. Not that many countries I can say, hey, I can't think of one person from that country I met who I didn't like, you know. I was thinking about it today, ironically, that I never remember meeting any Mexican people I didn't like. You know, it's kind of ironic. All right. Most of them are chess players, of course. Automatically makes them good. But let's see. Cheapo alert. Wait a second now. We can do this, but it's complicated because the rook's hanging on a8. So you can take that and then play your king to e6. This looks bad for white. We'll just play this calmly. Queen c4. A little like the game with Asterbait. Queen h5, queen c6 check, and mate in a few. It's actually not forced mate. Queen h5, queen c6. Various defenses for black there. Okay, guys, let's play one more game before I have to go. I liked every Australian I've ever met. I can't agree with that. I met at least one I didn't like. I mean, I'm pretty picky too, you know. It doesn't take much to make me dislike people. But I met more Australians. Maybe not, though. Probably more. All right, that's a queen. Free queen. Never met a man I didn't like. All right. HBK, we already played you. Destroyer, Grandy. I would only play that HBK guy if, you know, I didn't have anybody else to play. I don't like to play the same player again and again. So let's try one or two last games. I'm supposed to be playing weird openings today. Keep it fun. Keep it lazy. Wait, is JCS not here today? I didn't even pay attention. All right, JCS wasn't here today. E4. Someone was talking about the Latvian. That'd be a fun opening to play. Let's do it. The reverse King's Gambit. Nobody calls it that. It's essentially what it is, though, right? All right, knight f3, f5. I mean, for most countries, I know people that I don't like. You know what I mean? Almost every country I can think of someone. Hey, they're from that country. I don't like them, you know. But it was ironic that with Mexico, I couldn't think of a single person who I didn't like. Yet they're all rapists and murderers, according to Donald Trump. Interesting concept. Unfortunately, not true. My political contribution to the day. f5, e takes f5. This is actually not the main line. Most people play knight takes e5, but this is really like a very reasonable way. I think e takes f5. And then I haven't looked at this in years. I guess I'm supposed to play e4. That move actually feels like you're overextending yourself and not developing your pieces. But I guess it does inconvenience white quite a bit. The Australian Navy personnel. I don't know how Australia got involved in this. I thought they were like a neutral country. All right, e takes f5, e4. Knight g1 is possible according to Uber Driver. Uber Driver, don't tell me you're an expert on the Latvian too. So now queen h5 check is like lights out if ignored, so we basically have to play something quick. Knight f6, I presume. We'll see what Destroyer does. Australians notably good at pub brawls. I've met at least one Australian chess player I didn't like. I actually went there and made my first IM norm back in the day in Melbourne in the tournament. But this guy didn't play in that tournament. I know him from somewhere else. I'm pretty easygoing. I mean, I like most people. This guy just had like this negative energy about him. It's the kind of person who would go and like, if he watched you play blackjack, he would like give off negative energy and make you lose. That kind of thing. He literally did that. Like I went to play cards with Arthur Kogan. And Kogan is one of the most positive people I know. And we were playing blackjack in the casino, and this guy just him showing up like made me start losing. He had so much like negative energy. Knight e2. Retreating. That's not a good sign for white. White has lost the battle of the opening. Now we have to decide though. We want to take en passant or I mean that leaves white with a permanent structural weakness. Chess, like poker, is like kind of a game of making constant decisions, judgments. These exchanges of advantages are like the most important thing you can do. Like evaluating, like, is this advantage more important than this advantage, you know? Kangaroo meat. Soylent Green is people. I don't want to spoil the movie for you guys that haven't seen it. I like the kangaroo boxing videos. It's a pretty good move, bishop f4. Trading off my best bishop, my best buddy. So all we have here really is structural advantage based on this Isolani on d4. Other than that, the game is equal. But it's not bad for the Latvian. I mean, I'm playing an inferior opening that's basically unsound, and I get to move 13 with a slightly better game. Would you rather do crocodile wrestling, alligator wrestling? Let's say alligator wrestling or kangaroo boxing. More people die every year from kangaroo boxing than alligator wrestling. Did you know that? Little known fact. Okay, guys, I'm just getting kind of loopy. I'm going to play one more game with Grandy after this. Quick. Then we're done. Full 2.5 hour stream. All the pieces in the game. f5, e takes f5, e4, knight g1, knight f6, d3 is advantage to white. That's according to Uber driver and Stockfish and his Stockfish. Knight G1 is really the best move. The question is E4 even a good move? I mean, it doesn't develop any pieces for black. Masturbate. Where are you, buddy? Gotta watch out. This bishop's sort of lurking on this diagonal. Nimzovich. There's no bishop e4. As much as I want to make that work. Destroyer's 1500. Damn. So this looks like I was kind of on a fishing expedition for real. Knight h4. Knight h4. No, didn't do it. Solid for 1544, man. Wow. Wait, only infinitesimally worse. Knight g4 was probably a mistake. Just wasting time. Now he did knight h4, but now I can deal with it. Now your knight's just simply out there. Okay, bishop c2. Bishop c2, knight e4. Knight e4, pawn e4. Pawn e4. I just don't have anything, man. What about an endgame where all you got left is a bishop versus a knight in this structure? How about that? Destroyer 942. I have almost nothing here. Okay, this is getting weird now. This game's taking forever, too. I think he'll go on forever with the increment. Queen b3, kind of an annoying move. I think my rook is protected. My rook. Mind my rook. He'll never lose on time, dude. 1700 in bullet. Just doesn't do anything. When will the blunder come? What blunder, dude? He's 1500. He'd never make a blunder. Where is the blunder, man? The guy's too good. quickly he can play good moves. Just finds these moves very fast. How was my other game with this guy? The same? Almost impossible to win? Uses his time extremely well. That's unusual. Now maybe a blunder finally. Knight takes d4. Actual blunder. I died in the wool blunder. First one of its kind. It's over. Everything wins now. Alright, last game. Grandy. Still playing for the Mets? No. Alright, d4. What can we do? c5. Good with a knight endgame. Knight endgame specialist. Modified acerbate. Dvoretsky played this line against me in Blitz. It's pretty solid. Now we're going to transpose. If I play knight f6 to a check Benoni, but I don't know if I should necessarily do that. Not straight up check Benoni, because I haven't played knight f6, so I guess it's not really a check Benoni, it's something else. Worst opening, the Benoni or the King's Gambit? I don't know. They're both risky and both playable. I don't think they're refuted. The Benoni is a great way to play for a win, you know. It's really hard to do, though. I don't want to obstruct my my F pawn. I love the Benoni, but it doesn't love me. Like the Caro-Kann, it's an opening I have kind of bad score with. Although, when I play variations of the King's Indian that I've studied, because it's necessary to play Benonis when you play the King's Indian in some lines. I've done alright in kind of the mainline Benoni type systems. When I try to play the straight up Benoni, though, I usually get a bad game. The problem is if I play f5 like Acerbate has done against me, we have to be careful we lose the Petrosian square, the e4. Though here I don't have a bad bishop, you know, that's usually the problem. Black's locked in with some kind of dark square bishop that can't get out into play. And that's very much been a theme of the day today. Fischer refuted the King's Gambit. He published his refutation in Chess Life magazine, you know, d6. Pawn takes pawn in d6, but I don't think that anybody considers that to be a real refutation of the King's Gambit. King's Gambit still stands. He wanted to refute the King's Gambit. Still playable for white. This knight is a mystery for me. What am I going to do with that? Another thing I've got to be careful about is knights coming into g5. The Roach Motel style. All knights on h6 are bad. This is a bad move. This is a bad move by me. All knights on g6. I said h6. I don't know why. But this is definitely a bad move. It's like, this is hope chess. Maybe he'll just let me put my knight on f4. Knight a6, knight c7 is a normal plan, rock and eagle, and I think that's fine. The bottom line is that there is no good square for my knight. Either, you know, it's a choice between two bad plans, here and here, or like here and here, or maybe here and here and here and here. So I thought about knight a6, knight c7, knight e8, knight g7 actually. But now Grandy messed up. You know, he had g3. I think this is like mandatory here. You have to play g3 and be willing to play without like traditionally castling. Either playing king f1, king g2, or castling queenside, or mostly just like leaving your king in the center. But I think like once he does this, like knight g6 is justified now. You justified my bad move by playing castles. Now it's in there. Very solid. Sacrifice is possible on g2, h3. Kavalek. Any good player would play g3. It's just absolute. Now black has a great game. f5. The only thing that's missing is my queenside pieces. No, white's in serious trouble now. Maybe almost lost. Strategically lost. It's like a mouse slip. 2 pawn sacrifice to open the G file. Maybe I don't want to take 2. Maybe I just want 1. G4 not recommended. I don't live anymore. It just put me out of my misery. I really should have taken the pawn, I guess. But this is good too. Yeah, actually, I don't know. This is good too. Queen d7, LOL, SOS. It's a strong knight. Well, I'm up a pawn. Sacrificing the pawn back for compensation. It a little bit inhibits the development of my pieces. You know, this is not ideal, right? I have the whole queen side that's not mobilized. I am aware of that, you know. And actually, it's not going to be easy to finish him off here. I really should have taken the second pawn. Should have taken it. I do like g5. This is the slow, crawling death for white. Now. Now we have to like unravel everything. It's going to take forever. The whole queen side has to unravel. We have to open up the game again a second time. It might prove quite difficult to open it up. Well, we were blocking our pieces, so... Knight e5, going to be difficult to achieve. Why so serious? What? But look at the king. The king is chilling in the middle of the board. What's up, man? This was the check Benoni, the mightiest opening known to man. A sort of check Benoni, without knight f6 right away, but it's a mighty king too. He's up to the challenge. I want to get my knight on e5, but he's got one to go to e5 too, so it's gonna be a long process. I guess I should have played like rook e8 or something to play for mate. Blast it open with b5, b5, b4. It's frustrating, you know. Actually, I just took away my knight's best square. I needed to play like knight e8 at some point. Looking for tactics that aren't there. It's such a process to win this game. Check Benoni demands control of e5. Absolutely. Control of e5 is essential. I tried to teach that to Acerbate. It's so important. You cannot cede that square. This is bad. I'm gonna have to blast him with b5. There's the b4. See, like preempting me. Now I've got some problems. I got to move my rook again. He could lock up the whole queen side there. That's a huge mistake, I think. Knight b6. We have a new maneuver. Emery Tate's favorite knight a8 maneuver available now. Knight a8. Triple exclam. White's doing a great job hanging on. How do we execute the Emery Tate maneuver? How do we execute knight a8 to b6? Triple exclam. Rook d8. Alright, we're going to have to try to go the other way. As much as I want to do it. And then he's going to force me to play with f6. It sucks. So now I'm going to have to play like knight h8. Triple exclam. Can't get there. I can't get there. We've got to do the Emery Tate. The only way to win this game is to play knight a8. It's the only way to win. I'm sure of it. Knight e8 has no future. This is amazingly difficult. I mean, I keep thinking that I'm up more than a pawn, but I'm only up a pawn here, so it's not that easy. Knight a6, knight b8. That's right. Yeah, why so serious? Knight a6, knight b8 to get to e5. This is a little help. We needed a little help here. I can't execute the Emery Tate maneuver, unfortunately. Never could get it to a8. That takes a special talent. Thanks to Master. Master, why so serious? Without this, I don't think I would be able to pull it off. He can trade off my knight on e5, but actually, how's he going to do that? Once I hit e5, I'm on g4, and he's not going to be able to play knight f3. So it's basically the centerpiece. And then we just win. Convert, queenside. Bishop a6, rook b8. He's good with the increment, man. If I close this up, can I win? He's 2020 correspondence. I can get my king to a5 though, can I? I gotta believe this has gotta be winning somehow. Oh, he didn't want to do that. Interesting. Amazing D by white. Now he wants to trade. This is a bit of a problem, you know, that H-pawn. You're tied down to that forever. It's kind of a bad pawn to be down. I could probably just play H3 and be winning. Oh no, not the A4. The A4, the anticlimactic. Anticlimactic end of the game. He's got one last trick. The passed pawn. There they come. B6. B6. Knight B6. All right, guys, that's it. Thanks for joining us. Why So Serious? It's been a great night. Hope you all get some sleep. I will be back tomorrow with a subscriber stream, 6:30 p.m. Thanks from the Panda and myself. Thank you for helping him find a knight to b8. I don't think he could make knight a8. Anyway, guys, have a great evening and afternoon, depending on where you are. I will see you, or morning. Anyway, guys, it was fun. Billy the B pawn on b6. Well, I will be back 6:30 tomorrow, so don't forget to subscriber stream. If you are a subscriber to the stream, don't forget to submit a game. You can send it to me here on my account on lichess, Sparkle Horse. We'll go over 10 to 12 games tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. Hungarian time, Eastern Central European time, CET, throughout most of Europe. Okay, I will see you guys then. Thanks for playing. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.